Hello, it's me, John, and I'm back finally for my thoughts and haul video for TFNation 2025. I have been back at work since yesterday, since Tuesday. I travelled home Monday, just gone, and I was straight back to work literally the next day of me getting home, which was yesterday, and I've obviously been at work today as well. And so I haven't been able to really sit down and do this until now. But anyway, so this is going to be my thoughts on haul video for 2025, TFNation 2025. And at this moment in time, please forgive me about names. If I forget names, I don't mean it I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. It's just my mind is a little bit all over the place because I don't think I've properly processed the past weekend properly because of me getting home and then going straight back to work again. And I've gone from having a great weekend and going straight back into really quickly getting into work mode. So I haven't really been able to. I don't fit in my mind. I haven't really felt I've been able to kind of you know get it out or think about it, and you know what I mean. My mind's all over the place at the moment. But anyways, let me digress. So yeah, TFNation 2025. My thoughts. First and foremost, even though this issue, or even though these things I'm about to talk about did not impact me personally, however, I know people that these issues did, in fact, cause problems for. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to go into massive specifics about it because it's not really anything to do with me. But yet, I feel because I talk very openly, very honestly when it comes to about TFNation and about the event itself and also about the hotel. But even though the event and the hotel are two separate things entirely, because the event itself, obviously, I have no issues whatsoever about TFNation as an event whatsoever. I have no issues whatsoever. I think this year's TFNation 2025 was absolutely fantastic, without a doubt. But there was some problems in regards to the Hilton Hotel again, and I can only kind of bring up what I've been told, and apparently many people have. There's multiple different stories of what happened to people of when they arrived to try and when they try to check in for their room, to pay for the room and stuff, or check in and get the bag sorted out and stuff. There was a lot of problems again, and people getting double charged for their room again. A lot of people got double charged, a lot of money taken from their accounts. Also, some people had issues with, I think, access again. Yeah, I'm not going to name names. All I can say is that the Hilton, also, yes, it was incredibly expensive. Yes, it was expensive last year, but it was okay. I could deal with the prices for last year's prices at the Hilton. I could deal with it to a degree. It wasn't overly too bad. However, this year was ridiculous when it came to prices. And I know TFNation have nothing to do with this. End of the day, TFNation is an event being hosted by the Hilton. And they just work alongside and allow them to do TFNation in their hotel, which is fantastic, of course. But yeah, it was ridiculously expensive to the point where some people, it didn't really bother anyone. Not everybody was that bothered by it, but almost everybody I spoke to, it was literally the only thing people were talking about was how ridiculous the price of food was, as well as the drinks. Yeah, basically, long story short is I went to the bar when I first got there on the Thursday. I went to the bar, the Hilton bar, got myself my first pint, and it was £7. No, it was £8. I paid £8 for my very first pint, which was a pint of Jeremy Clarkson's beer. Is it Hoxton beer lager? So I got myself a pint of that, and I've never tried it before, and I thought I'll give that a try, and I actually really did enjoy it. Well, I'm glad I did enjoy it for the price it cost me. But yeah, £8 for a pint. Yeah, £8 for a pint. And then my second pint was £7.50. And then soft drinks were like £4 for a little glass bottle of Coke. Like the little glass bottles you can get, they were £4. £4. And then if you wanted a pint of Coke, it was £5 for a pint of Coke, just a soft drink. And then a good friend of mine, Richard Fieldhouse, he went and got himself a drink, and it was I think, was it Jack Daniels? I think, I don't know. It was a spirit mixed with Coke, and he paid £9 for a single Jack and Coke, whatever it was, cost him £9. So just, and then apparently, like, the prices of the food, it was like 20 odd quid for a pizza, or about 20 quid for a pizza. The sandwiches were like 15 plus. The burgers were like 15 plus. And I was just like, this is extortionate, absolutely extortionate. And then obviously, I didn't eat anything. I didn't have any food whatsoever at the Hilton. I refused to pay the prices, so I went elsewhere for food. I went to Subway once on I think it was the Friday. Yeah, it was the Friday. I went to the Subway there with Tony and Lawrence and Sam, and somebody else was there as well, I believe. I don't know. Well, anyway, so I went to go get something to eat. Went to the Subway there, and yeah, that was perfectly brilliant, and the price wasn't too bad. And then obviously I went to the airport, the train station side or end of the NEC, basically the train station that serves the NEC. I went there, and there's a Subway there as well. There's actually more than one Subway in the NEC. There's one at the other side and one by the train station. And then, so yeah, basically I found this place called Wingers. It's just called Wingers, and it's basically kind of like KFC, but it just does burgers and wings by the looks of the menu. And I got myself a really nice, like, it was like spicy buffalo sauce with it, and it was like 2 layers of like chicken breast, southern fried chicken breast, in this beautiful sauce with cheese and lettuce and so on. And I got and it was absolutely gorgeous. The chips were brilliant. I got like dirty fries, what I call dirty fries. It was basically like nacho cheese with like something on it, like some kind of herb on it. And the chips were beautiful. And I got myself a side as well. Of these croquettes. Basically these like croquettes, but they were like I don't know, I can't remember what there was now. But I got a dip with them as well. And the whole meal, it was the best meal I had that entire weekend. I'm telling you now. It was just a simple KFC type meal, but it was gorgeous. It was the best meal I had that entire weekend. And I went to TGI's as well on the Thursday. It was nice, but that was the best meal I had that entire weekend. It was absolutely beautiful. The chicken was tender. It was perfectly cooked. The chips were good. I've never had a meal that good from that type of establishment, which is like a fast food place. I've never had something that good from anywhere like that. It was beautiful, and so I recommend that to anybody that goes to TFN in the future. I recommend checking out Wingers. You can't miss it. If you arrive at the NEC via the train, you walk right past it anyway, so you can't not miss it. If you fly into the NEC via the international airport, Birmingham International Airport, you literally will walk right past it. So if you travel via the train to NEC, and if you travel via plane and you fly into Birmingham, then you will not miss Wingers. It's literally just on your right hand side as you walk past. And then obviously there's a Subway right across it as well, and there's a Starbucks there as well. Absolutely beautiful meal. I really did enjoy that. I'm definitely going there again next time. Definitely. Sam went and tried it, and he said his meal was really good as well. He went and tried it. That was that. So yeah, we basically went elsewhere for food because of the prices were extortionate at the Hilton. And obviously, I wasn't staying at the Hilton this year. This was the first time ever that I decided to go somewhere else or try a different hotel within the area, the surrounding area of the NEC. And we tried the Moxie for the first time. And so we obviously Sam, and Tony, we set off from Hull on the Thursday. We got to Birmingham. I think it was, when did we get there? I think it was around. I think we actually got into Birmingham a little bit earlier than we originally thought. I think it was like around about 20 minutes to half an hour early, which is good. So we got into Birmingham between 2:30. Digbeth coach station, because we went via National Express coach. We met up with Lawrence, who was just in the cafe there, and we met up with him. And we then got a taxi that cost us over 30 quid. I know people are like, well, it is a black cab that we got, so I'm not surprised at the price, really. But yeah, there was four of us, and it cost us a tenner each. It cost us over a tenner each. I don't know. It was definitely the most expensive taxi fare we've had so far going to TFN. We've actually used black cabs before, as we've got when we've walked out the coach station. We've used them before, and they've never cost as much as they did this year. But it was just one of those years, unfortunately. Everyone wanted to charge us more for some reason. But anyway, so yeah, we got in the taxi, all four of us, and we took the taxi straight to the Hilton as normal. We said hello to a few people as we got out, and said hello to Sam Kelly. Sam Kelly Silvermoon was there. Jay Bott, Mark Pierce, and a few other people that was within the at the check-in reception area, the bar there. Said hello to a few people, and then we walked through the side exit entrance of the Hilton, and the Moxie is literally just a 5-minute walk away through like a little woodland path thing, and it just it was just on the right hand side there. So we go to the Moxie, get checked in, and absolutely no problems. We found out we did not have breakfast included with the room. Sam was the one that booked the room, and he couldn't remember if he'd gone with breakfast option or not. We had not, but yeah, we went for the breakfast anyway, and it cost us an extra 50 odd quid each, which equates to roughly about £15 each, £15 per day. We're there for 4 days, people. Just let that sink in. We're there for 4 days, and it was roughly about £15 per day or per morning. So if you think about it, it wasn't that bad. Paying about 50 odd, I think it was £54. I think we paid altogether each. So yeah, and the room only cost us £200 each. So the room was £400 for 4 days. Twin room. Me and Sam were sharing together, and then it was extra 54 quid on top of that for breakfast, because we forgot to add it on. But yeah, so we got checked in, went up to the room, then we found we can't get into the room. The door card didn't work, but then Sam went back down and we managed to get in with the second door key. But then literally got it sorted within a couple of minutes. The issue with the card key, no problems. Much better team behind that bar, much better bloody team behind the check-in desk, because We had that problem last year at the Hilton with access door key cards. Literally, there was four of us in an executive room, and only two cards worked at one point, and then all of a sudden it was just the one card that worked, and you had to literally try and find the person with the working card to be able to get into the room. And the same with the executive room, the executive bar, restaurant, chill out area. There's like an access card for that as well, and there was only one card that worked for that as well, and it was a pain in the ass last year with access door cards. But anyway, so yeah, we managed to get that sorted out, and we had no further issues whatsoever. The bar staff were nice. They were very approachable. They were kind. They were the food, the breakfast. We never had anything to eat in there, like actual meals. The only meal we had was breakfast every morning. And the breakfast was actually really, really good in the Moxie. It was really good. It was just about as good as the Hilton's breakfast. You had a lot of options. There was cereal options. There was fruit, of course. There was toast. Different types of, obviously you got white bread, brown bread option. You had full English kind of thing, like sausage, bacon, scrambled eggs and stuff. There was all sorts of options. And you know what? It was really quite nice. Really, it was very nice indeed. And it was actually cheaper because I think the Hilton charge around about 20 quid. I think it's about 20 quid. I think it is for a breakfast at the Hilton. At least it was last year. I don't know about this year. But yeah, but I can deal with about 15 quid, paying 15 quid, and to be honest, you could keep going back as much as you wanted as well. It was like one of those kind of deals, just like the Hilton is. So it's kind of worth it in the way. So yeah, it was. So yeah, we got all checked in, dropped our bags off, and then we made our way to the Hilton again. And then that's when we found out how expensive the bar was, and ordered my first pint. But anyway, we tried not to let it get to us too much throughout the weekend. It was an annoyance. I tried to kind of keep it to a minimum. I took my hip flask with me this year and put a bit of crack and rum in it, and I used that. I tried to save myself some cash with getting a bottle of Coke or something, and just top it up with a little bit of rum. I did that a couple of times throughout the weekend. I know that's a bit naughty to do that, but I did. And it did help me out save a little bit of cash when it came to the bar. And I only bought a couple pints at the bar itself, but I did take some beers with me as well. But yeah, it was a really good weekend though. Getting back on track with it all, but it was a fantastic weekend. I thoroughly enjoyed it, despite the issues that people had, that I heard about, people's stories about issues getting checked in and being charged twice, and I felt sorry for a couple people. I'm not going to name names because I don't think it's my place to do so, but you just really do feel for the people that I spoke to that was affected by getting charged multiple times for one room and stuff. And there was issues as well. There was some people had issues with in the wrong rooms. They were checked in, and then they were given a room only then to be changed to a different room, if that makes sense. So basically they were given a room, and then about not long later, there's management knocking on the door and moving somebody else in and changing somebody else. Apparently there was something with was there some delays or something when it came to flights or something, like people flying in and they were delayed or something. I really don't know. I had something going on about flights or something to do with flight delays or something, or cancellations or something. But anyway, yeah, so it was a bit of a ball ache for a couple of people. But despite those issues, it was a fantastic weekend. The event itself, TFNation 2025 itself, the event itself was beautiful. It was a beautiful weekend. It was a great event. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I just absolutely I soaked it all up as much as I possibly could. I am physically exhausted, and mentally exhausted now since coming home because it just sapped me so much, but in a good way. I don't mean that in a bad way. It just sapped my energy in a good way because that's how absorbed I was in everything going on. I did actually get to see more panels this year, which I'm very happy about because last year I missed pretty much everything because I was very much always in the bar and talking to people. But this year I actually managed to get to quite a few panels. I missed everything on the Sunday, however, but I did make. Obviously, I went to about two or three panels. I think it was on. I went to about three panels. I think it was on the Friday. I went to John Paul Beauvais' panel talking about how he does his colouring, which was really cool. I went to Toy Foo's and another one. Preserving the Dream, I think it was called, which was talking about Dreamwave comics and stuff. So I did those three on the Friday, and then I did the Saturday. I did all the voice actor panels, and I did Sophia Miles's panel as well. Yeah, and the Sunday should have been Scott McNeil's panel, but unfortunately he cancelled his appearance. That is something I have to bring up. Yeah, Scott McNeil was supposed to be one of the guests of honours as voice actor. He was known for Beast Wars and many other different things he was in. And unfortunately, apparently he, according to the statement, this news broke as we were travelling to Birmingham, right? This news broke, the statement was sent out as we were travelling to Birmingham. We was on the coach. We were on the coach, and then all of a sudden Tony goes, "Oh, shit." And I went, "What?" And he goes, "Scott McNeil's cancelled." And I was like, "No way. What the hell? Is he all right?" And then obviously we found out apparently it was down to medical reasons. Medical people said no said no against him flying or something. Apparently he didn't even make check-in on the Thursday. He didn't check in for the flight, and when the TFN kind of looked into it and as to why, found out that I don't know if he came down with some kind of bug or something, or whatever, but apparently healthcare professionals that looked after him said that he can't fly in that condition. So I just really hope. I know Scott won't see this, I don't think, but I really hope he is okay. I wish him the best of best. I hope he recovers and feels better soon. And I really hope we get to see him in the future TFNation. I hope he gets another chance to come to TFN in the future. If the TFN crew are able to do that, it would be fantastic if he got another opportunity to come. Even though, if it's one of those things, it can't be helped. I think even though Scott McNeil was absent, it didn't really change much at all in the tone or the vibe of the weekend. The tone and the vibe of the weekend was still jovial. People were happy. People were laughing. Yes, some people were upset that he wasn't able to attend, but it didn't overshadow everything. It didn't put like a big downer on the weekend for everyone. People were still in good spirits, irrespective of the news. But yeah, what truly matters is I really hope Scott is okay. Yeah, I told Candice, who is basically somebody that a friend of mine who lives in Canada, and she's pretty close, pretty close friends with Gary Chalk, another voice actor, and yeah, I let basically she sent me a message as we were travelling down, and she basically said, "I hope you have a great weekend, and I miss everybody." And then I told her about the update about Scott not being able to come and he's cancelled his appearance. And so, yeah, I just hope, I hope he's okay. I do hope he's all right. And hopefully, maybe, if he's up to it, we might maybe see him again in the future. Who knows? Um, but yeah, I like I say, I'm gonna kind of repeat myself a little bit because I can't remember every little thing that happened, because it was a whirlwind again. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. That's all I can really say. Truthfully, I had the time of my life this past weekend. Um, you know, it was everybody was. You could see how much you can see in everybody the interactions. Um, everybody being happy and jokey and having a good laugh. You could see it in everybody's faces in the bar or throughout the weekend whenever we all interacted with each other. You could see the excitement. You could see how happy everybody was to be back. Um, it was, yeah, it's just TF Nation it's just a very special event. It really is. TF Nation is a very special event and it means a lot to a lot of people, especially myself. And yeah, the TFN crew, I just want to say thank you so much for putting on an incredible event yet again. Thank you to all the volunteers, everybody that helped to run and help out, those that give up their time to volunteer over the weekend. And again, thank you to everybody, and I mean everybody, in a part of the team that put TF Nation together every year, including the mini cons as well. The panels were really good. Like I said, I went to a few of the panels. I went to Neil Kaplan's panel on the Saturday. Excuse me. I went to Neil Kaplan's panel. I went to see Sophia Miles. Sophia Miles. I will say this. I mean, obviously, I completely understand if she was a little bit a bit of stage fright, maybe, or I don't know if she was used to that amount of people coming up to her talking about Age of Extinction or whatever or other credits she's done. Because obviously she's known for Doctor Who as well. I don't know, but she seemed. I don't know if she had a little issue going on, like a personal problem going on. So I don't know if that was overshadowing her experience of the weekend. She was late to the opening ceremony. Apparently she was stuck in traffic, but she just made it in the scrap of time. And she seemed a little bit agitated. She seemed a little bit out of it. She wasn't all there, kind of thing. So there was definitely something overshadowing her or something going on personal, but that's fine. It's one of them. But no, she was really nice. I did get to meet her. I'm not a massive. I don't. I'm not a big fan of Age of Extinction. However, I went to see her because a friend of mine is a Doctor Who fan, and I got an autograph. I got an autograph, for my friend there. Yeah, so that's that. But yeah, she was nice. She was really, really nice. She had a dog. There was two dogs with her as well. They were quite cute. But yeah, I met Neil Kaplan. I met Evan Michael Lee. I met So I met Sophia Miles. I met Neil Kaplan, voice actor, and I met Evan Michael Lee. Evan Michael Lee, he was an absolute joy. He was He was fantastic. He had so much energy. He was so enthusiastic. I had a really good conversation with him about like his thoughts on Transformers One not getting a sequel. I actually asked him. I said, I really hope they reconsider and actually consider making a sequel to Transformers One. And he wants it as well. The whole cast apparently want a sequel because they really enjoyed that what they brought to it and that. But yeah, Evan Michael Lee, he was fantastic. He was really good. He had such great energy. He had great charisma. As soon as he came on the stage, people were just hooked on him. He was really good. Neil Kaplan, he was fantastic as well. I have met Neil back in, was it 2012? I think it was 2012, 2013 Auto Assembly. Going back a few years. But yeah, so it's been a while. But yeah, Neil was absolutely fantastic. Neil Kaplan. He was. I managed to meet him and have a little conversation. I said, "I've been following your work for many, many years. Thank you so much for coming." And he was, "Oh, thank you." Yeah, he was really nice, and yeah. So I'm very happy I managed to get to meet all three of them in person, and obviously I went to the panels as well, like I keep saying. And yeah, it was just a really great weekend. I met so many people. I actually had a couple of people come up to me that don't think I've actually had a conversation with before, even though they have been to past some other TFNs. There were some people that I spoke to, but I can't remember if I've spoken to them in the past or not. But they knew me. They knew of my videos and my streams and stuff that I've been doing in regards to TFNation. And yeah, I had a couple people come up to me that I've seen my streams and I've been watching my videos and stuff, and that was really cool. I mean, that's what I do it for. That's what I do. That's why I make my TFNation videos and my streams. That's why I do that, because I'm really happy that people are getting something from them. I'm just really, really happy and that people are actually getting something from them. The whole idea of me making them is that I want to try and get the word of mouth out there for TFNation. But at the same time, it's also with my doing my vlogs and my streams, it's also getting information out there, such as me, Tony, and Adam White. All three of us came together and did a couple streams talking about hotels and things of that nature, and talking about all sorts of different things, to help people out. So yeah, it's I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy that some people over this past weekend come up to me and said, I've watched your streams and I've watched your videos. I thought they were really good, and your streams and your videos are the reason why I am here, if for the first time or whatnot. It was really quite cool, and I'm really happy that my videos and streams have helped people. I really, really am. Yeah. But yeah, also I will say, I just want to say a big thank you to Bisto Yeti. Yeah. Basically, when was this? I think it might have been Saturday. I can't remember now. But yeah, I went outside for some fresh air because it was absolutely boiling in that Hilton bar, and I went outside for a bit. And Bisto came out, and I was talking to a couple of people outside as well. And Bisto came out and that, and then we basically got into this really profound conversation, and he was basically just singing my praises. Basically saying that a lot of people, I can't remember word for word of what he said, but it was in the confines of a lot of people here have a lot of respect for you, respect for me, and a lot of people are look out for you, as in myself. That's what Bisto Yeti is saying to me, and he basically just said to keep doing what I'm doing, and keep doing what I'm doing, and just keep going as I'm going, and that everyone, a lot of people have a lot of respect for me and all that kind of jazz. And I thought that was really quite nice. I've never really had that. I don't know how to really react to something like that, because I've never had so much support, such a supportive thing said to me like that out of the blue. I'm not saying nobody has ever been supportive of me. Of course, I've had a lot of support over the years from family and friends and stuff, but that was really, really nice. And I just want to say a nice shout out to Bisto Yeti for his kind words. I think it was Saturday evening. What else? But yeah, it was just a fantastic weekend. I thoroughly, thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed myself. It was great to see everybody. I had I had some great laughs with like Richard Fieldhouse, Diagonal. Yeah, it was just a really great weekend. Everybody I spoke to over this past weekend, okay, everybody that, even if it was brief, even if it was just a brief thing saying hello or wave, excuse me, if we had any kind of interaction, thank you, just thank you to all of you that contributed to making this past weekend such a great, memorable time for me. Thank you to all of you. I mean, I spoke to a lot of people over this past weekend. Some people were quite brief. I only said a quick hello or very, very, very brief communication with. It's impossible to keep track of people. It really, really is. And but yeah, I'm not going to name names all the time, but you know who you are. If we over this past weekend at TFNation, this past weekend, if we have ever had any sort of interaction, whether it was brief or whether we spoke for hours or only maybe 5 minutes, whatever it was, if we had an interaction over this past weekend, I just want to say shout out to all of you, and I just want to say a big, big thank you to all of you for just making it such a great weekend for me. I really needed it. I really, really needed it. And I miss my TFNation family. Also, I will just say me and Richard, I'm not going to say exactly what was said because it was quite personal. But with me, Rich and Jamie, Richard Fieldhouse and J-Bot, we had a pretty nice little conversation, the three of us. I think it was the Sunday evening, talking about TFNation and saying about TFN family and we all care for one another, and all that kind of jazz. And it was really, really nice, really, really cool. So, some really profound conversations was had this past weekend, and yeah, I'm just privileged and happy to be a part of the TFN thing. I'm so happy people are happy and like what I do when in regards to TFNation, like my pre TFN videos, my information videos, my streams, and everything else. I'm really, really happy people have taken to what I do in a positive way. And I'm also very happy for that the TFN people, TFN crew are also very supportive of me as well. But anyway, so that's my thoughts. Anyway, so I'm going to get on with the haul now then. So this is the segment of this video you all want to see. Now, I am very bad at remembering what I buy. People ask me the question is, what did you get? And I come up with some idea, some things I bought, and then I can't remember exactly everything for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, this is exactly what I bought this year. These were given to me by Sam Silvermoon. She gave me these for free. I think it was just these three. I will find out as we go on. She gave me a Blockies Defender version 4. Yeah. What is this one? I can't remember what this one is. But yeah, she gave me this. I can't remember what's in this one. Have a look. It's not built yet, I think. Scourge. Right, sweet. So, Blocky's Scourge, Sam very kindly gave me. But yeah, that's going to be a build at some point, get that built. And then this one, I believe, is Soundwave. So Sam gave me this one. This is a Blocky's Defender version 3. And it is indeed Soundwave. So thank you so much. I've got a Blocky's Soundwave and I've got a Blocky's Scourge as well. Very good. I also, from Sam Silvermoon, she gave me this really nice pin of Soundwave, with Soundwave on it. This is really, really nice. This is what it is. It's called a Fig Pin. Fig Pin Collect Awesome Transformers, and there's all these ones as well that you can get from this. And this is from the Battersea Transformers Battersea store. Apparently they sell these there, and that's where I think Sam said she got it from. I don't know. But look at that pin. I'm going to be very careful with how I use this because I don't want to lose it or whatever, or damage it. But this is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. That is really, really nice. I am actually thinking I'm actually thinking of this as a tattoo idea sometime because I quite like the Decepticon thing. Like, and yeah, I kind of like it. Um, so that's that. What Sam gave me, Silver Moon, and then I can't remember who gave me this. I was just sat in the bar with Tony and a couple other people, and this guy came up and gave me this. I apologise if I can't remember your name, my friend. I really do apologise if you're watching this. But yeah, I've got a Grimlock little. It's this. What is it? Transformers Generation 1. It's all Japanese, so I don't know. Like little figurines. Let me have a look. There we go. Yeah, there's something in. Oh, yes. I know what that is. I know what that is. Yeah, I'm not eating those. Apparently, these are really, really old. These are really old, and they're peanuts. Apparently, they're like chocolate peanuts in this bag. And I think these are like actual G1. So, like 80s stuff. I don't know. So, yeah, I am not eating those because that's not going to be good for me. But, yeah, so what's in this was this. Basically a little mini Grimlock. Right, so that's that. I also, my good friend Raymond, Raymond T. Basically, he very kindly sent me. I took my hard drive with me, from a computer and that, and he very kindly gave me all of Beast Wars 2 and Beast Wars Neo, the series, and also the film, and also Transformers Go, the series for Transformers Go as well. So he transferred all that over for me, and he said, if you buy me a Coke from the bar, you can have anything for free. You can have anything in this shoebox. It was like a shoebox with a load of stuff in it. And I had a look through. There was Hot Wheels stuff and all that kind of jazz, and some Funko Pops. So I got myself a Funko Pop Soundwave off of Raymond T. So thank you so much for that, my friend. I really appreciate it. So let's get into the actual purchases then that I did actually purchase myself. First thing, well, I'm not going to go into actual purchase thing. I'm just going to show you what I got. So this is this I got from Primetime Toys, I think it is. I picked up this guy, which is Transart's Motor Spider Inventor Metal Jungle. So it's basically Beast Wars, Transmetal Transulus. Really, really nice. Yes, indeed. Very nice. I do like Transart stuff, so very cool. I picked up this guy, Age of the Primes Megatronus the Fallen, from In-Demand Toys. Again, I picked up from In-Demand Toys Vortex, Age of the Primes Vortex. So I saw some people play that have already got it that were actually playing with it, this Vortex in the bar. Yeah, and it looks really cool. So yeah, thought I'd pick it up because I want to collect all these because I do want I want a Bruticus combiner. I don't think I've ever owned a Bruticus. I've had a Devastator, and I think I've had is it Superion? I think it is. I've had one of them in the past, I think, but yeah. Anyway, so that's them. I also picked up this. Went to Blockies, and I got Blocky Transformers 1 Classic Class Soundwave. This is Transformers 1 Soundwave. So I'm very much looking forward to building this. It looks like an actual proper model kit that I'm used to, like the Gundam. Like this is a lot more in depth, by the looks of that. But I'm definitely gonna be doing these as a build video. So when I get round to them. So yeah, Blocky's Soundwave, Transformers 1. I do like the design of this guy, so yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, I love Soundwave, so. Then I got from Blocky's again. Got a nice Blocky's bag, which is cool. I got this. Maybe tip it upside down. There we go. I got this from the Blocky's guys. I've seen people talking about this already, and this just looks incredible. That it comes with 4 of his cassettes as well. It is just unreal. It wasn't actually too badly priced either. This cost me 40 quid, which isn't bad, because even though it doesn't transform, but yeah, I'm getting a really nice Soundwave figure, fully articulated, and also getting really highly detailed Ravage and Laserbeak and all that. You know, I'm getting technically 5 figures in this for just 40 quid, which isn't bad at all. Really isn't that bad. But yeah, so I got this guy. So this is the Action Edition G1 Soundwave. Really cool, and it comes with, of course, Ravage, Laserbeak. Oh, interesting. Rumble and Ratbat. They're the what they come with. But it looks like it actually comes with like little cassette representations as well, so you can actually put a cassette into his chest. But yeah, that's what it looks like on the back. Very, very cool. Very happy to get this. And I will be doing a build and review for this at some point as well. Where are we? Ow! Sorry about that. Done something to my hand for some reason. It hurts whenever I touch it. Right, so from Toy-Fu, I've got a couple things off of Toy-Fu, actually. I've got a G1 Sea Spray. So this guy, I think, cost me 10 quid, I think. So yeah, got myself a little Sea Spray. I don't think I've ever owned a Sea Spray figure. Actually, no, I have had a Sea Spray figure before. Yeah, I have had a Sea Spray before, but it was a third-party figure, I believe. But yeah, it's a little Sea Spray, and I also got from Toy-Fu was again. Oh, there it is. From Toy-Fu. Now, I don't like this figure really. Why I say it like that is because when it first came out, the reveal of this guy, and to be honest, somebody's actually applied some stickers to him, and he actually looks a bit better. But I got this guy. This guy only cost me a tenner, and it's Legacy Prowl, animated Prowl. And the reason why I don't like this figure, I mean, the figure itself looks nice, like the body, the proportions, the legs, the arms looks nice. I just don't like the head sculpt. Anyway, it cost me a tenner. I think the stickers that have been applied to it actually kind of make it look a little bit better. There is another purchase, but I will get to it in a moment, that I got from Toy-Fu. I got this guy from, I believe this was off of, again, Primetime Toys. They had some loose figures being sold on the side of the table, and yeah, I got this guy. It cost me 25 quid. He was missing a gun. I actually saw this guy boxed, and it was 100 quid. Right, it cost 100 quid for a box one that I saw. But this guy only cost 25 because it was missing his gun. I believe he said he was only missing a gun. So this is Shattered Glass Rodimus, or as he's known as Rodimus Unicronus. and I really like this figure because it just reminds me of Lemmy. That just looks like Lemmy. I call it Lemmybot. He's a Lemmybot. But yeah, it just looks really cool. I'm a big fan of Shatterglass. I just love this decor. The black and the purples. It just looks so cool. He does come. He came with this gun, but he didn't come with his big gun. That's the one that was missing. However, I wanted to say a nice shout out to my good friend Andrew Tate, Andy Tate, whatever his name is. My good friend from Manchester, a fellow Man United fan, and he basically he reached into his bag and he gave me this. I believe he got himself the actual, because obviously this is a repaint of a Rodimus Prime figure, but this is also the Shattered Glass colours. And he actually got one himself, but he got the regular Rodimus, but he actually kindly, for free, gave me this second gun. Now, I don't know if this is a gun Rodimus Unicronus came with as well, but with this gun, it basically kind of, in a way, gives him more than one weapon that he should have had anyway. So I'm very happy. So thank you very much, Andrew, for that. So they're them. Now this is the last couple things now. And I've got this really nice bag. I'm going to keep this because this will come in handy. They had a pop-up shop that was Battersea Power Station Transformers store. That's the flagship shop in London. And so yeah, I went past there and checked it out, and I got myself a couple t-shirts. One of the t-shirts I can show you, it's in this bag somewhere. But one of the t-shirts I did wear over the past weekend. After I bought it, I put it on, and it's been washed and it's been put away somewhere. So I can't show you that t-shirt right now. But anyway, I got a t-shirt. The t-shirt I got, it was basically kind of Optimus Prime, but it was kind of like an outline. You see the Battersea Power Station, you see Optimus kind of like coming out from behind it, and it's like just like white outlining and it's just a black t-shirt. So that's what I went for, the other t-shirt. And then I got these. I got this really nice. This is number 7 of 500 print. This, I believe, was only 18 quid. This print. This is official print, and it's basically based on the special commemorative Skybound Transformers comic book cover that they had. So you see, this is the Battersea one. There's one with Optimus on it as well. But because I'm a big Soundwave fan, I could not say no to this. I just saw it as soon as I went in there. As soon as I saw the pop-up shop and I saw this, I was like, that's mine. I am buying. This just looks really, really nice. I will be trying to get myself Patrice a frame, and that will be going up on my wall. That is really nice. So I've got that from the Battersea guys. And then this is the other t-shirt I got from the Battersea store. It's basically just a Decepticon t-shirt. And it's basically kind of, is it K-On? I can't remember what they're called, but anyway, so yeah, I've got that. What else have I got? Oh, and I got from Battersea guys this really nice Decepticon keyring as well. And then I think the last but not least, I think that's everything that I bought myself. I got this. This is the last purchase I got from Toy Fu. It was actually one of the first things I bought this year. It is broken slightly, but it is complete. So this cost me just £30. And the reason why I jumped at this guy was because Tony was with me at the time, and I was I was looking on Toy Food's stall, and I had this guy in my hand, and I was just looking at it. I thought, oh, nice. And then Tony looked at it and went, and he actually had to ask. I think he asked. I think I don't know if I think it was Nick. I can't remember. And he asked, and he went, "Is that really how much you're charging for this guy?" And he went, "Yes, that's right." He said, and Tony just turned to me and went, "Get him, buy him, because the little Target Master guy is actually worth more than the figure. So get him, because that's a steal." So I went, okay, so I bought him because apparently, yeah. So I got myself a G1 Trigger Happy with, I can't remember what this guy's called, his little Target Master guy. He is slightly broken. Unfortunately, the little pin connector thing has snapped off. So unfortunately, it just swings openly. But it's fine. I don't care. It's an old toy, right? You know, it's a G1 transformer. It's not in the best of conditions. It's very dusty. The stickers are not very good. But I might be able to portray some, like, a sticker sheet for this guy, maybe, to make him look a bit better. But I have transformed him once after getting him, and he transforms nicely. He's not really floppy, except for this. So yeah, G1 Trigger Happy from Toifu. And I've got his little gun companion guy as well. So yeah, that is my haul for TFN 2024. TFNation 2025, sorry. So yeah, very, very happy with what I got. I was not expecting to get what I got, to be honest. I did not set out to buy anything or get much, but I was very happy at getting those blocky Soundwave figures. I actually said in my stream, my pre-TFN stream, I would like to actually get Rodimus Unicronus. We actually spoke about this figure, and I actually managed to get one, which was really cool. This guy I'm glad that I got him, even though I'm not very happy with the design of the head sculpt for this one, but I'm happy I have it because it will go next to my Optimus Prime and Bumblebee figure from the Legacy line. And obviously I'm very happy to have got that. Also, off of Lena, I've forgotten her surname. Yeah, I went to registration to get my wristbands and stuff. And all of a sudden I hear someone go, "Nosy, get here!" And I'm like, whoa. And Lena very kindly did a drawing of, is it Omega Prime? RD Prime? With Dinobot and Rat Trap. Really cool. Thank you very much for that. And I also got, this is the only autograph I got over the weekend, and I got this. A nice autograph from Neil Kaplan. It says, "John, the Autobots are only as strong as their allies. Good people like you, RD Prime. 01, Neil Kaplan." And there we are. Thank you. That's my thoughts on the whole video. So take care, everybody. Stay tuned. My special post TFNation vlog experience is coming very soon. So thank you. Take care and see you soon. Bye bye.